Okay, class. So in this class, we'll be studying the next chapter, that is The Road Not Taken, which is written by Robert Frost. And when I say Robert Frost was an American writer. Okay, it's already given in your chapter that he was an American poet who writes simply but insightfully about common ordinary experiences. So Robert Frost belonged to America, and he used to write in a very simple and in a very easy language, okay, but insightfully, that means very very deeply, about common ordinary experiences. Common means day-to-day life. He used to write about day-to-day life, okay. So let's see the poem now. And one more thing, he used to write about nature, how nature could be very very confusing at times, okay, that he used to talk about in his poems. So two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. So he's saying that once what happened, he was traveling on a particular road, okay. So he was traveling on a particular road, and then what happened, that road diverged into two. That means got divided into two. This is the first one and this is the second road, okay. So one particular road, it gets divided into two roads, okay, first and two. Diverged means divided in a yellow wood. Now why is it a yellow wood, can you tell me? Because it is the time of autumn, okay, and during the autumn season the leaves in the trees turn to be yellow in color. All right, so that is the reason why he says that yellow wood. Wood here indicates forest, okay. And sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler long I stood. So he's saying that being the only traveler, it was not possible for him to travel both the roads, yes or no. So he was the only traveler and he was standing for a long time, okay, and looked down as far as I could. Now since he was the only traveler, it was not possible for him to travel both the roads. So what did he do? He stood in his place. He stood at one point and he then, suppose this is the first road and this is the second road, and then he bent in this way in order to look where does this road lead to. So as he bends and sees, he sees that this road, the first road, is turning into the undergrowth. Undergrowth means the deep thick forest, okay. So the first road is kind of bending into the undergrowth. Then took the other just as fair. Took the other, the second road. He's talking about the second road now. So what did he do? He now starts to go, or starts to work on the second road. Why? Because the first one is bending in the undergrowth, yes or no. So he goes to the second road and he sees that perhaps this is also a better option for him. Just as fair means just as good as the first one, okay. The second road is also good as the first one, and perhaps having perhaps the better claim. Claim here indicates better option. So for the poet, okay, the poet thinks perhaps the second road is the better option for him. All right, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Now why was it the better option for him? Because this road was more grassy. Now just imagine when you walk on a particular road which has grass, okay, many people walk on that road. What happens if many people walk on that particular road? The grass on that road, it kind of comes off, yes or no. Slowly and slowly the grass would come off. So that is known as wearing off of the grass, okay. So the poet says that the second road was a better option for him because it was more grassy and the grass needed to be worn off. So that is the reason why he starts to walk on the second road. Though as for the passing there had warned them really about the same. So now he says that as he's continuing to walk on the second road, he feels that both the roads, the grass on both the roads had worn off in the similar manner, okay. The grass on both the roads had worn off in a similar manner. So that is what he is saying after walking a little more. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. So he was traveling in a certain morning, yes or no. So he says that in that morning both the first as well as the second road laid equally, okay, they were in an equal manner. In leaves no step had trodden black. So the leaves on both the roads were yellow in color. When people walk on a certain road, okay, over and over again, the leaves on that particular road that had fallen from the trees, those leaves, they turn to be black in color. Okay, but as he's seeing both the roads, he says that in that morning nobody has walked over, so the leaves that has fallen from the trees, they were still yellow in color. They had not been trodden black, that means they had not been walked over and turned to be black in color. Oh, I kept for the first for another day. That means he was traveling on the second road. We get to know that, yes or no? So he says that he kept the first road for some other day. That means he will be traveling by that road some other day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, but he also know that sometimes way can lead on to a different way, on a known way. Yes or no? As he is traveling on the second road, he feels that probably he will come to a known way then. Yes or no? Or probably both the roads can lead to a common point, right? So that is the reason why he is saying how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. Now, but he is also in a suspicion. Okay, he is suspicious that he would come back again on this particular road. He is not quite sure of that. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Sigh means deep breath. It's an expression. Okay, deep breath. So he is saying, he's telling this to all the readers with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence. So somewhere ages and ages later, he will be telling this. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I, now see, again he is repeating the line, two roads diverged in a wood, and I, there is a pause, right? Now whenever there is a pause, you need to understand that the poet is here thinking what to tell his readers, okay? What he decided that he would walk on the second road, but here he is kind of, creating a pause, because he is not sure what to tell his readers. So he is kind of thinking here. Okay. So two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. So he finally took the second road, which was not traveled by many people. And that has made all the difference. So this decision of the present, okay, of choosing the road will impact his future. Okay, and this decision has created a difference. So here the writer is trying to say that it is not necessary for us to make a common choice. Whatever others are doing, it's not necessary for us also to do the same. Okay, sometimes our choices can be made in a different way. Okay, our opinions can be different, our choices can be different, our taste could be different. So that is what he's saying, that we are not the same. Our choices could be different from each other. So this is the poem. Now here you need to understand that the road not taken, the two roads have been used as a metaphor. You can say the two roads are the images that symbolize the choices, two different choices that a person has, okay, and which choice to make. He's confused between that. Okay, so the two roads could be a figure of speech where he's talking, it could be symbolism, you can say. It could be an imagery which is trying to symbolize various choices in our life, or you can say two different choices in our lives. Okay, so in the next class I'll be discussing with you all the literary device. So that will be all.